Hi, I am Delusion Dispeller. I'm back to talk to you some more about what's really inside the narcissist, what's really going on there. So we talked about when he gets ready to devalue you and replace you on the last video. While he's up to this, he is working on convincing himself and trying to convince you that this was the best thing that he could do for you, getting out of your life, because he is such a burden to you. And besides, you just weren't really that compatible anyway. He really didn't know what he saw in you at first. He's sorry he wasted your time, blah, blah, blah. On it goes. This was for the best for both of us, since we obviously didn't click. And this other person I found, while they are so much more suited for me, we just really complement each other. We're just a great team. We're a wonderful couple. Whatever. For a while, you're going to see the dejected, hurt, what seems to be hurt, narcissist, wallowing in his self-pity. But as soon as you think he's moved on, and he seems to have climbed up back on that pedestal somewhat, he's doing well with his next conquest, the next supply source, if you will. Well, what happens next is, as soon as he is over whatever damage he caused you, and as soon as he's reaped whatever unpleasant rewards and results were of your hatred, vengeance, or however you decided to get him back, you will see him go right back into the rescuer, seducer, wooer, hero mode with his next supply source person that comes along, that he sniffs, lurking near his lair. Now, he has to come up with more deceptions, especially if you know the person that is his next supply source. He has to come up with ways to lie and run from accountability and go back under the mask, unless he wants the next person to figure him out sooner than later. This results in the truth of his inner self becoming even more foggy to him. Remember, he's worked on years and years of stuffing down who he really is. Once he's narcissistically injured and he finds his next supply source, he has to find a way to keep that person from knowing, first of all, what he just came out of and what's deep down inside. So you see, he's got a lot of work ahead of him, and it's very tiring, and it drains him. It makes him feel weary, it makes him feel rejected, and he doesn't know how to cope with those feelings. So again, here come the defense mechanisms. This just accentuates the pain that he already felt. As you can imagine, this cycle happening over and over and over again eventually destroys the very soul of this person. This narcissist feels the pain deep inside, but he must run and hide from it because it is so very intense. These are things he's created just by his own actions and his own behaviors. Now, if the narcissist decides to get help, which is extremely rare and generally only happens after he has lost everyone and everything, then there may be hope that he or she can learn to unbury the hidden torment that lies within. Kind of like an onion, he has to peel back layer after layer, and it can only be done with a qualified trauma-based therapist. Not with you, his girlfriend, or you, his wife, or you, her, his husband, her, how do I put this? Her husband. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little confused. Or significant other, whichever. You can't do it unless you are trained in therapy, and even then, if this person is in your close circle, you don't want to mess with that. It's too close to home. You need someone that is an unbiased third party coming in and dealing with this. Now, if the narcissist decides to continue on in his antics or her antics, what will happen is one day, when it's time for him or her to meet their destiny, their maker, if you will, when his life's days are over, he will come to a realization that he came up empty, that all his lies or her lies never worked, and he was not truly able to ever hide his inner self, because indeed that was what everyone eventually saw, and they knew who he or she really was inside. So that person inside might have been loved, but was never allowed the chance to surface and be free. Okay, again, I want to stress, it is not your job, whether it is a narcissistic egg donor, sperm donor as I call them, because they're not worthy to be called parents, a sibling, a significant other, a husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, whoever they are, if they have narcissistic personality disorder or even narcissistic traits, the best thing you can do for them is get them help from a therapist if they are willing to go and if they are ready to do the work. As with any therapy, you can do anything you want with a person, but until they are ready to work on themselves and do what they need to do, they will not find the help. That being said, if you, again, are in an unsafe situation, maybe you're the child of a narcissist, maybe you are an adult that's a target of a narcissist, please tell a safe person, get the help you need, talk to somebody that you trust. Don't stay in the situation. Get help. Get out, even if it's for a time, even if it's for a little while, so the narcissist or the abusive other person can get the help they need. And you got to be sure before you go back that they truly are helped with visible evidence and long-lasting evidence. A few weeks of, oh, well, he's doing better, he's not drinking and beating me anymore, probably not a good thing to move back into that. You've got to make sure that you know as much as you can know, based on what other people have seen, based on the evidence, that it is time to rekindle a relationship with somebody that is a toxic person. So, please get the help, talk to a safe person, get out if you can. If you can't, set those boundaries and stick to those boundaries. And if you find that your boundaries are not respected in any way, shape, or form, it is time to move on into brighter horizons. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, your questions, your opinions, your viewpoints. I love it all. I really respect my whole viewing audience, and I really appreciate your time watching these videos. My whole heart is to get this message out that you do not have to be manipulated and controlled by unhealthy, imbalanced people. You deserve better. Love yourself today. Take care of you, and have a great day. God bless you, and thank you for watching.